So I get a call last night, and it's my homie Roderick. And he like, hey Dante, man, you at home? I said, yeah, what's up, man? He was like, man, I need to holler at you, man. I need to holler at you right now. Like, right now. I'm like, what's going on? He was like, man, come outside. I'm parked in front of your house, bro. Come outside, man. I need to talk to you, man. I'm like, what's going on? He said, man, just come outside, man. I need to talk to you. So I'm like, all right, man, here I come. So I get up out the bed, put my clothes on, and I grab my gun because I don't know what's going on, right? I don't know if we about to go ride out on somebody or what. I don't know. So I go outside, and he parked right in front of the crib, right? So I open the door and I get in, and he looking straight. He looking forward. I'm like, what's up, man? Now, I notice his eyes is like bloodshot red, right? And his eyes look like he been crying. I said, what's up? He said, Dante, I'm going to ask you a question, bro. And please, please, please don't lie to me, man. Please tell me the truth. I'm like, what? He said, man, did you have sex with my wife? I said, what? He said, man, come on, man, tell me the truth. Don't lie to me, man. Come on, man. Don't lie to me, man. Tell me the truth. I'm like, man, what, man? Are you out of your mind? I said, dude, you, heck no, man. What's wrong with you? He said, don't lie to me, bro. She told me y'all did. I said, man, hey, listen, man. I don't know what you got going on, what y'all got going on, but don't be putting me in that. And so I'm opening the door to leave out, and he grabbed my right arm as I'm getting out. He said, man, Dante, man, tell me the truth, bro. Don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that. So I closed the door. I got back in the car, and I closed the door, and I was like, are you serious, man? You really gonna ask me some stupid shit like that? He was like, man, why would she lie? Why would she lie? So I'm sitting there, and then I thought about it, and I said to myself, oh, dang, I did. Now, wait a minute. I know. A lot of y'all gonna be like, well, Dante, what you mean you did? Like, you forgot? How did you forget when you slept with this guy's wife? No, y'all. It's not like that. Let me explain. So, back in, I'm going to say I was in middle school when this happened. You see, in middle school, you know, me and this chick was friends. I didn't even know him. You know, I didn't even know this dude, but me and his wife was friends. We was like in 7th, 8th grade, right? So we knew each other growing up. And I believe when I was like 20 or 19, we went to a club together. You know, it was about 20 of us that always be hanging out, right? And we still didn't know him at all. And we'd be at the club or whatever. Then one night it happened. It was like a drunk night, and it happened, you know. But it wasn't nothing, right? So I forgot all about it. Now he met her like 5 years later, right? And I forgot. So when you look at the situation, it was like, yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't nothing recently, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I said, you know what? What did she say? He was like, man, bro, you just tell me the truth, man. Did y'all? I said, look, man, go talk to her, man. He's like, no, man, because, no, man, that's effed up, man. Why would you do me like that? Why would you do me like that, man? I need that. I'm like, what? He was like, yeah, I need that. So he getting out the car and everything. Look, y'all, it's about 11:30 at night. And this dude in front of my house talking about he need that because he accusing me of doing something with his spouse. So I'm mad now. Because I said, man, this dude is tripping. So I get out the car, right, and we square up. And I'm like, dude, you don't want to do this, right? Because I don't know, like I said, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, you know, I'm a really big guy, whatever. And this dude ain't nothing but like 5'7", 5'8", right? And I'm not trying to do this to him, but for some reason he just he want to fight. And I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Because I mean, I can restrain myself for so long, but when you steady advancing on me and trying to swing on me, I have no choice but to defend myself. So I'm like, man, hold on, man, watch out, right? So he actually swing, and when somebody swing and they miss, but you can feel the wind. I said, this dude really trying to knock me the F out. So I back up, I'm like, oh, I said, oh, hold on. He like, no, man, I need that. I need that, man, I need that. So I said, hey, man, chill, because if he would have hit me, y'all, I think either he would have knocked me out or he would have stunned me, right? And I'm not going for either one. So I said, hey, man, chill out, man. So he swing again, and I catch his right arm, right? And I wrap him up, get behind him, and I choke him out, right? Now, I'm not choking him out, to hurt him bad, but I got to let him know, like, hey, I ain't finna just stand here while you keep trying to, hit me, right? So I'm choking him out. Now he tapping. Let me tell y'all something. In a street fight, all that tapping, nah, this ain't no UFC. This ain't no WWE. This ain't no WWF. This the streets. No, you can tap all you want. I'm putting you to sleep. Especially when I didn't start this, right? So he tapping, and he foaming at the mouth and all this and that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let him go. I ain't gonna do him like this, right? So I let him go. So he hit the ground. And he coughing, he spitting and stuff. I said, man, I told you I ain't want to do this to you. I told you I ain't want to do that to you, man. He like, man, that's fucked up, Donta. That's fucked up, right? So I'm feeling a little bad for him, whatever. So I leaned over to help him up. And he hit me. Bam! He hit me right in the nose. When he hit me in the nose, my eyes got the watering. I'm like, oh my God, this motherfucker, right? So he rushed me, right? So we fall on the ground. Now we wrestling back and forth. I eventually get up and I just punch him out. Pow, pow, boom. And I punch him in the face, right? When I hit him in the face, he fell straight on the ground, knocked the fuck out. I knocked him clean out, right? So I go to my porch and I sit down on the porch. I'm all out of breath and everything, so I'm just looking at him, right? So now he comes to. So I said, you straight, man? You good? You want some more? You got your fill? He like, man, bruh, man, when did y'all do this? When did y'all do this? I said, look, man, we was in, dude, this was before I even knew you existed, man. He was like, what you talking about, man? Because the way she was saying, it's like it happened like recently. I said, no, man, we was like in our early 20s, man. We was at a club or something, and it just happened, man. This is before I even knew you, man. I forgot all about that. So he was like, so it wasn't recent, like in the last couple months. I said, no, man. Hell no, man. Why would I know? He was like, man. I said, well, why did y'all even get here? Like, what's going on? What did she say? He was like, man, all right, look, we've been having problems for the last couple months, man, and she just been tripping on me, man, and she just told me like, yeah, I F Donta. And I said, what? And he was like, yeah, she just came out and said I F Donta. I said, like, why would she say that? He was like, I don't know, man, but are you sure it was? I said, dude, man, call her up. Matter of fact, come on, let's go right now. Let's go over there right now. So he like, all right, man. So we get in the car, right? And I'm telling him like, look, dude, I don't know why she would say that. That was like 20 years ago, man, and 20 years on top of that. And he like, man, I just been going through a lot, and I just, man, she this just stressing me out, bro. So we pull up, right? Now it's about midnight. We go in the house. She's sitting on the living room couch, right, watching TV. And when I walked in, it's like she's seeing a ghost. I said, hey, why you tell him that we've been messing around. And she was like, what you mean? And then I was like, come on, man, stop playing, man. Why would you tell him we've been messing around? And she was like, we have been. When she said that, y'all, I don't know if something broke in this dude's mind, but he turned and looked at me square in the face and took off on me again. Now, when he swung on me, he connected, he got me, he hit me in the jaw, right? But when he hit me in the jaw, my left hand went out and I grabbed him by his shirt and we fell on the dining room table. And I whooped him out. I was whooping him out, right? Now, I'm describing the fight for y'all, so I don't want to hear none of these little gay jokes, right? But I end up mounting on him, right? And I'm over him, and I'm boom, gorilla style, boom, 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 right? Tell me why, as I'm whooping this dude out, rightfully, because he swung on me. His wife get up and bust a vase over my dang back. Boom! I'm like, oh! Right? So I fall to the right side, right? And he getting his bearings. Like, he hurt, so I think I done knocked the fight out of him. But this woman that hit me across the back with a vase. So I'm like, oh! Right? So I'm like, man, what the fuck is you doing? What the fuck is you doing? Why did you not? I'm laying on my back, like trying to get on my side, trying to get up. And she just started hitting on me. Like, she jumped on me and started hitting on me. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. This is a bigger woman. Like, this woman weighed like 260, 270. A big woman. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but she's a big chick. You know what I'm talking about. Now, she wasn't like that back in the day. But now she is. Had a couple kids and whatever. Now she's hitting on me. And my back is spasming out because she just busted this vase across my back. And it wasn't no little vase. It was a big old vase. So I'm like, man, what is you doing? So now I'm fighting for my life at this point because I really feel like if this woman lay on me, she gonna try to smother me or whatever. So I'm like, push her off. I'm like, get the fuck up. So look. Let me say this before we go on. I always tell y'all, do not put your hands on a woman, okay? I'm against men that put their hand on women. But if you fighting for your life and you feel like this woman can take you out, well, you got to handle your business. So she's now like, she's hitting me, but she's trying to lay on me and putting her weight on me. And my back already hurt. So I'm like, oh no, this woman trying to kill me. So we wrestling at this point, and I got a good clear shot in. Boom! And I'm not proud, y'all. I'm not proud of what I did. I'm not. But I hit this woman so hard in the jaw. Boom! She fell to her side, right? I knocked her out like a cold knockout game. So out of nowhere, he like, oh, you hit my wife? You hit my wife? So now I'm still like on the ground. So he's kicking me, right? I'm getting jumped. Well, not jumped because I just knocked the wife the fuck out, right? So he's kicking me. You kicked my wife. So this dude literally trying to stump me to death, right? So I end up grabbing his leg eventually, wrapping him up, taking him down to the ground, right? And he hit the ground. Now, I know some of y'all wondering, like, yo, Donta, where the kids at? I don't know where his kids at. And their kids call me uncle, right? But maybe they at his mama house, her mama house. They somewhere, but they not here, right? So I take him to the ground, right? And now at this point, I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out the house. But in my mind, I'm like, how I'm going to get home? Because from my house to his house is a good, if I'm walking, man, it's a good hour. A good walk is an hour. And it may be about a 15-minute drive. So I grab the keys and I get out of there and I jump in this car and I take off. I get home, right? Now it gotta be about 1 o'clock in the morning. I get home. They calling my phone, bring me my keys back, bring me my car back. I'm calling the police. You this, you that. You all this nonsense, right? And I'm trying to tell him like, dog, your wife is lying, man. That did not happen, man. That was like 20 years ago, right? So the next day they come over, right? And she is sitting in the car, and he get out the car, and yeah, he got a closed eye. I gave him a good. I closed his eye. So I don't know what he on. So I got that thing, in my waist, because I'm like, if he try to pull out on me, I'm just gonna do him in right here in this yard. So he like, look, bro, me and my wife talked like last night, man. My bad, bro. She told me what really happened. I said, see, I told you, man. I told he like, yeah, I know, man. I was just going through when she said that in the living room. That just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I said, yeah, man, I forgive you, man. But, man, y'all, man, whatever y'all going through, man, you need to get counseling or something, man. Because it's like, your dog, man, that could have went crazy. That, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, but why you hit her, though? Why you hit her for? That wasn't cool. I said, what? I said, man, she broke a vase over my back. And she was trying to strangle me, man. What are you talking about? He was like, yeah, I know, but, man, come on, that's my wife, dog. I said, dude, your wife tried to kill me. He was like, man, look, man, I know, but could you tell her you sorry? Could you apologize? I said, what? I said, hold on, let's put a pause there. Let me ask y'all the question in the audience. Should I apologize to his wife for, number one, lying on me? That's number one. And trying to make it seem like something happened recently. And then number two, this woman bust a vase over my back and tried to smother me. Right? Unprovoked. I didn't do nothing to this woman. So y'all let me know in the comment section. Should Donta apologize? So I sat there and I said, you know what? For the sake of this friendship, I'm going to apologize. I mean, I'm just gonna say it was me. It was me. My bad for me putting my hands on you, okay? Because this is my guy. This is one of my homies. I ain't got too many homies out here in the world, but this is one of my homeboys, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be the bigger man. I'm gonna be the bigger man, and I'm just gonna apologize, right? So she get out the car with her arms crossed, right? Like I owe her something. So I'm like, hey, I apologize for last night. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry too. And she just got back in the car. So he was like, we good? We straight, D? I said, yeah, man, we good. We straight. So he was like, can I get my car back? I said, yeah, man, here, man. I gave him the keys or whatever, right? So he was like, I'll holler at you later. The things that go on in my life, y'all. The things that go on in my life. I think I'm gonna have to start, getting new friends, or maybe not even have friends, because it seems like every other week there's something going on in my life that is like beyond belief. It's like, first of all, why would you tell him that we was doing something like recently when that happened like 20 years ago when we was kids? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I keep finding myself in these predicaments. And one day, either I'm going to get hurt real bad or go to jail, or I'm going to hurt somebody real bad and go to, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do neither. I done did my time. I don't need to be getting locked up at the age I am now for no foolishness, especially nothing like this. So y'all let me know in the comment section. Do y'all think Donta need new friends? Do y'all think Donta need to let his homies go? Or do y'all think that maybe it's not me, it's them. So I guess that's the question of the day. Is it me, y'all? Or is it them? Who was in the right? Who was in the wrong? And let me know why in the comments section. And if you ain't hit the like button yet, hit that like button. Also, the Patreon is pinned at the top of the comment section. All right. Listen, y'all. I'm making a new show that I think y'all will really like. Okay. But I need help getting the equipment. So I'm going to put my Amazon wish list pinned at the top of the comment section. So for those that want to contribute to my next show, make sure y'all click on that Amazon link right there and y'all purchase something out the cart for your big partner Donta. With that, y'all, it's highly appreciated. I'm out.